Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today, we're going to be reacting to a band that has been recommended quite a lot by you guys. The band is Lovebites with the song Holy War. This is live at the Zepp on Tokyo. This was made on the 2020 year. I'm guessing this was before the pandemic. I'm guessing like in January, February, maybe. You guys told me that this band is power metal. Disclaimer: power metal for me, it's really, really hit or miss sometimes. Like for some reason, and I don't know why, there are bands that I love that I can sit throughout a whole record and listen to it and love them. And there are bands that I totally can stand. Like I can listen to one or two songs and I get bored. Like for example, to me, one of the best examples in my case is I love Sonata Arctica, especially their first albums are super good, and I love them. I can listen to them all day. But they're from Finland, and I cannot stand Stratovarius, which is another power metal band also from Finland, and I really don't like them. I cannot stand them for real. So sometimes it's kind of hit or miss for me. But let's hear this one to see how it goes. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I mean, they obviously go straight into it. This is typical of power metal. But I like that breakdown. The tun tun turun turun tun turun. That's super cool. Let's go back again. That's super nice. Like that. Again, the tun tun turun turun tun turun. But sometime now this time to a guitar solo kind of to introduce the first verse. And I love the way that both of the guitars are playing the solo at the same time. Let me go back a little bit more. Here. Nice tapping there. Nice. The guitar is also doing the tapping. I think I didn't hear it on the first time. I think that she didn't do it. She just did it now on the second time. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That sometimes in power metal, especially, bass is kind of forgotten. Like they kind of just write the money note as it's called, and they don't really give them the freedom to do much. And here, it's super cool that they're giving the bass more freedom to do nice stuff like doing with the tapping. Super cool. Lots of pole muting going on the guitars, and I love it. I love that. That's super typical from power metal as well, but they're doing it pretty good, and that's super cool. It's just super weird to me because I guess this is the first power metal band that I listen to that has two guitars instead of just one and a keyboard or something like that. So this is pretty cool to hear two guitars on the same band. Also, for what I can hear, they are both lead guitars. They're like they changed the role. So that's super cool. That's super cool, man. They do the same thing again, tun, tun, turun, turun, tun, turun, and then they go into a guitar solo, but it's a completely different guitar solo to introduce the second verse. Again, I said this before for of Japanese bands, like they you guys told me like they don't like to repeat stuff, and yes, they don't like to repeat anything. They like to introduce like new elements every single time. So you as a listener can like notice those differences and don't get kind of bored by doing the same thing, which is super cool and it's a super cool way of writing music and being super considerate to the fans. Like you don't have to do that. Like you can just do the same thing and the song is gonna be still super awesome. But those little details add so much, man, so much to a song. Also, by the way, one thing that I love about power metal, and I think that drummers on power metal don't get paid enough, man. Like they have to do so much hard work during with the drum kick, all the song, and man, like if you want to have nice legs, become a power metal drummer. Seriously. Now the other guitar did the tapping. That's pretty cool. Nice feel with the drums. With the toms. That's super cool, man. Man, super good vocals. By the way, she is really good. I know I haven't mentioned her yet, but I kind of pay more attention to the music before the vocals, or I do listen to the vocals, but as a musical instrument. I'm not a singer, so I don't know that much about singing. But man, she has a really cool voice. Super typical in the power metal voice to have that those sorts of metal screams, as you can call them. But she has an amazing, amazing voice. Love the crowd, man. Japanese crowds are something else. Ooh, like those toms. Before we go into I like this whole part, this row breakdown where they're doing the same rhythm that they were doing, before the verses, the tan 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 tan. And now she's doing like a transition with the toms towards the solo. Let's hear it. Man, before we go into the other guitar solo, we're going back again. Man, such a good solo, by the way. Super awesome. Also, the way she's pulling those strings, super tasteful. Also, she's like nonchalant about it. She's like, yeah, so I'm playing this super awesome solo, and I don't really care, just doing my thing. Super cool, by the way. So good, man. So good. Wow. 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 Sometimes you have like on bands you have one guitar, but when you have two guitars player, normally like you have the shredder, and then the other guitar is like more of a rhythm part. Here you have two lead guitarists that both can shred and both are doing super awesome solos, man. That's super cool, and such a luxury to have in a band. Hey, bro. We're listening to that again. Man, super cool solo with both guitars, doing the synchronized both guitars, and some sweeping going there. That's amazing. Also, I like that little bass part that she did right at the end of the solo. Super cool, man. We're gonna listen to that again because it was awesome. Love the bass here. So cool, man. Ooh, nice. We're going back to that high now. Man, she's killing it on the vocals, by the way. Also, super interesting to me that I'm guessing, I don't know if it's this song or do they always sing in English, which is pretty interesting for a Japanese band because it's something that it's not common at all. Like most bands either sing all Japanese or they kind of mix Japanese and English most of the time. But the fact that they sing in English is pretty cool. And also, if you guys let me know what do you think. Yesterday I was watching Chase Carnerson doing a video on why bandmate is so good, and on a point of the video they were talking about the fact that if they will sing in English they will be more famous. So which I mean, yes and no. I got my opinion about that, but that this is not the video to talk about it. But what I wonder is if Lovebites, because of the fact that they sing in English, do they have more fandom than Bandmate? Do you think that they are more internationally well known than Bandmate at this point? It will be super interesting to know this. It's super good, man. Yes, man, I really really like that. Uh, I don't know why it took me so long to get to this band, but man, that was super good. Guys, let me know if you like the video. Please, like, subscribe, leave down in the comments if you want me to react to something else, maybe more Love Bites, or maybe any other Japanese band or any other band in general. And I guess that will be all. Bye bye.